Hi there, it's Maggie from New Dawn and the Lightworkers Way. Today we're going to do a card pick, but first of all, I did pick 3 cards from my tarot just to see where we are at and maybe to give a little bit of insight. So that's what we're going to look at as well. So I'll show you the cards that I picked. Oops, a daisy. Can you see that? They're the 3 cards I picked. So we're going to have a look at those. So I will put my glasses on and we'll do that first. The first one that had the tiger's eye was the Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups is a fantastic card because it's basically stability, romance in your life if that's what you're looking for, new opportunities coming your way, connections to everybody, and most of all, it's a stable life. So if you've had some ups and downs in your life, this is a fantastic card. It's basically the culmination of things that you've been working hard on. So that's a great card to get as a first card. So I don't, there's no way to basically say, well, you know, you pick one or the other. All of the cards are going to be for you today. So the Ace of Cups, which is a fabulous card. So if you're in doubt and you're feeling like things are not going anywhere for you, things are going to work. It's going to come together. The hard work that you are dealing with, and that's where this comes in. It's a beautiful stone. That is about stability, but it's also about doing the groundwork, grounding yourself, allowing yourself to stay with the program. If you're working hard on yourself and you're doing some things that you don't like, have a bit of a breather, take a deep breath and then go back to it. Staying the journey is what's important, but your efforts are going to pay off. That's fantastic. Keep your crystals around you. If you've got your crystals, like tiger's eye, all of the practical or what more practical ones are fantastic to be around you when you're working hard on achieving your goals. As it is with manifestation, manifesting is very spiritual. I'm working on that to achieve it in real terms, but having your crystals around you that actually give you that stability and that grounding is what you do need around you when you're working on your manifestation as well. The second card was Adventurine, and this card is, this one is letting go of people in your life that you know that no longer serve you. So if there's somebody in your life or there's people in your life that give you grief, that make you feel like you're not worthy, they're the type of people that you need to get rid of. Alternatively though, it is also about moving away from certain things in your life that don't serve you anymore. So also about, not having arguments with people, moving away from things, being strong and saying, I don't have to fight for this, I know who I am. So this is a card about being able to stand in your own light, letting go of anybody that in your life that does not serve you, that does not make you feel strong, because I know that you have to feel that from yourself. But this also is a card of people around you and friends, people in your life that may not have your best interests at heart. So it's time to move on from that. And if this card comes up and it resonates with you, you'll know what I'm talking about. It also, as I said, alternatively is about relationships, friendships, situations. It can be situations. Travel too is possible with this card. So think about, if you're thinking about going somewhere, that's possible that you may actually do that. And it won't be a dream, it'll actually be a reality for you. So as again, always make sure you've got the information right, you've got everything down so you're comfortable and you're secure in the choices that you've made. But that's a really good card moving forward. These cards are about ourselves. They're not about anybody else other than relating to you and me and things that we need to do and things that we need to look at or things that are going to come to fruition for us. The last card we've got is the Rose Quartz. And rose quartz, and anybody that knows me, you'll know the rose quartz is one of my favorite stones because it's been with me for a very long time. I have a ring that I wear, and I've got a couple of necklaces that I wear. And rose quartz, when you're feeling a little bit sad, or you're feeling a little bit, you know, not as you should, confident in yourself, rose quartz is a great one to wear. I wear that when I'm feeling a bit off. And it's like a comfort food, like making a bread and butter pudding. And I always create an analogy about food because that's my thing. But it's like having a bread and butter pudding or a rice pudding. To me, that's comfort food. And that's what the rose quartz is about. It's like a comfort to your soul. So this card, oh, okay. That's a good one to have. So that is about you changing your perception in your role in life, going in a different direction. You may it's also about changing the necessity to be in control all the time. Some things you need to just let go. Let them go. You don't need to be in control of absolutely everything. Some things that need to be done on trust. This one is about you changing direction and allowing yourself to go in a different direction, allowing yourself to be at a crossroads and then saying, okay, we choose that one or we choose that one. And that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. So it's a positive card. For some people, this card will also be about getting a new car. So it's quite a widespread meaning for this card, but it's also about you changing direction and you being in control. You don't always have to be in control of certain situations, but that's something that you guys need to learn, as I do. What you control is what you really need to control. What you don't need to control, let go of. That's really, really important. So those three cards are actually really good cards, just to keep an eye on what's going on, because sometimes we don't see the forest for the trees. We look at the day-to-day, maybe a grind for some people. Sometimes it is for me too, but we don't look at the, you know, the deeper side and the spiritual side. What do I need to look at? Get past the physical and all the stuff that's going on physically, but go to what, you know, is going on a different level. And these cards are really, really good. But I love the first card. I believe that's going to happen for me in my lifetime. You know, things are fluid. Then nothing sort of stays one. Things will go up, things will go down, things will go up, things will go down. Not everybody has it where it's just even all the way through. Most people don't. So when you get a card like that, that's fantastic. That means whatever you've worked hard on, you will get to come to fruition in your life. But that doesn't mean it's going to stay there forever. Maybe there's something else we need to learn. So it's constant. It's absolutely constant. And that's really hard to explain that. We think we're sitting pretty and we're going along very smoothly, but no, something else will come and it'll change things again. So we have to be up with it all the time. And what I am doing and what I want for you guys, and to learn if that's possible for you, is to feel that in-ground resilience, the in-ground resilience which is inside of you. It's not something you can tell people. It's a resilience where crap happens in your life, and we know that, but you bounce back. You absolutely bounce back. For whatever occurs in your life, you get to bounce back. And that's something that you can't teach. It's something that you've got to build yourself. And that's why all of these things that I try to show you and to share with you are there to help build resilience, because resilience is really, really important in the physical world, but also in a spiritual world. Because, you know, sometimes we get messages and maybe we think, okay, well, I thought I'd learned all that, but no, it'll continue on, because we can't cover everything, and sometimes, as I said, we don't see the forest for the trees. So that's that with the cards, my tarot cards. So I'll pop those away now. I'll give them a cleanse for next time. Pop them with my others. Now we're going to do one of these. I'm going to pick a card from the Enchanted Map, and I do love these. They're quite well loved. I don't know if you remember these, but I use them reasonably often. I've got a lot of cards, and I will sit down. It's going to take a while, so it'll have to be done over a couple of videos, probably 3, because I've got a lot of card packs to show you the ones that I really use a lot and the ones that I don't use so much. Because that changes. The ones I started off using when I was doing this years ago are probably mostly all gone. This is one of the packs that I've still got. It's very old. I think that, oh yeah, the book's falling apart. Oops, the book is falling apart. That's a very old pack. That's probably one of my first packs, that one. But a lot of the others that I did have are absolutely gone now because I've moved on in what I'm looking for. Sometimes you go back, but most times you don't. Most times you don't. But it's always good to have cards on hand when you feel like, do you need to revisit something? Do you get cards? Some cards I love, and I just feel connected to them, and some not so much. So I tend to overuse the ones that I love, and the other ones get left behind. So that's what I've got to get back into, really working hard on using all of them, or not keeping them, because I don't need to have all these cards. I really don't. But I will get to that. So I was just going to pick a card from here. Give me the card that I need. Thank you very much. It popped out almost when I said it. And what is it? Balancing act. Let's have a look. My glasses on. Number 11, balancing act. What does it say? All right. There are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused and level path. Perfect for all of us. For all of us. That's sort of partly what we were talking about today. Balance. Balancing life. Things don't always go according to plan. So it's just a little reminder and a little heads up and saying maybe you've got to work on that. And that's what the cards are pretty much there for. Messages, what we need to know, something we might not have thought of, and just generally helping you feel at peace with yourself. Resilience is, as I said, is very important, and that's probably for me one of the most important skills to learn. But it's also about peace and happiness in your life. You know, it's not meant to be always a struggle, but it's how we look at things, you know. And for everybody it's different. For every one of us it's completely different. So I hope that was a bit of a help for you today. I've got so much on my plate to do at the moment with all my recordings. I've got a list a mile long. I might jump the queue with a few of them and start doing that. I also wanted to do another reading with my tarot, but I don't want to get into territory where I feel like it's predicting and things like that, because for me that's not what I do. And I don't really want to go that direction. I've said that before. So I really want to focus on, let's get through these cards that I've got. I'll have to do it over 3 videos, as I said, because giving you a bit of an explanation takes time, and I don't want our videos to be super duper long. So I think that's what I will do. I'll jump the queue and yeah, have a look at them, because this is one lot of cards. I've got lots of other cards in another room. So yeah, let's put that on my list. And I'll show you my list one day. It's quite long. Anyway, have a great weekend, whatever you do, and I will catch up with you again as soon as possible. Bye for now.